How is the team feeling going into tomorrow's game 3?
We're excited. It's that time of year, right? I mean, we're excited down 0-2 as well. You're fortunate to be in the playoffs and to have earned these moments and the pressure, the fun, the crowds, all of those things. So we're excited, as we should be.
And it seems like maybe with the last 6 months, the penalty kill has been the special teams that's been working, and power plays maybe struggling, and now it's reversed. What do you think was maybe the reason for that?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. Our in the second half of the year, especially, our penalty kill has been excellent. The power play has been at times inconsistent, some of the age being on it. I feel that both of them got way better as the season went on. Michael Pekka and Mike Weber do a great job with our special teams. The first thing you have to do is give credit to your opponent. Toronto's power play is very good, and they've got some really high-end players on it, and they've taken advantage of some of our mistakes. So, I think we did a good job this week of looking at film, showing film to our players, showing video to them, having meetings, thinking about little tweaks that we might be able to make. But at the end of the day, it's really important you stay on the box. You can kill the first game, I think it was 2 or 3 only, and we killed them off. You can kill off 2 or 3, but if you're giving them 4, 5, 6, usually a good power play like Toronto is going to get you.
And how many adjustments are you really making going into tomorrow's game? Is it more just on focusing on the mindset? Is it just that opposite what you're doing was working?
No, we've made adjustments. We've made adjustments every game of the playoffs, starting in Syracuse in game 1. So. Now, are they massive? No. And to a casual observer, they might not even be noticed. But we're not going to go away from the core belief of who we are as a team. We have an identity, and we've wanted to stick to it, and we've gotten good at it as the season went along. So the core 75-80% of who we are is going to stay the same, but there's always 20 to 25%. That's the nuance of what is this team doing well, and how can we take it away, or what is this team exploitable with, and how can we exploit it?
Returning home in this series is also an elimination game, but on the good side for you guys, how exciting is that for the home crowd?
Well, yeah, I mean, everything I hear is that the crowd is going to be a sellout tomorrow. It's almost a sellout already. I think there's 9,500 tickets sold, give or take. What an amazing job that our marketing team and our ticketing team have done in putting this together. The crowds have been awesome this year, especially in the second half. First round series was electric. So it's going to be a pretty special, it's a neat week in Rochester, right? With the PGA Championship going on and our playoff series. And, we're just fortunate to be part of it. And like we talked about last series, we want to bring them into the fight early and often. Weisbach practiced today in a non-contact. I haven't talked to our medical staff. To my eye, he looked good today. But obviously there's things that he has to go through from a protocol perspective. So I have not talked to the medical team to see if he'd be available or not.
Go ahead, John.
Hey, Coach, John Rutter, Sabres.com. You overcame a 2-0 series deficit last series. Kind of what's your message to the team to close this out, and how can you maybe use that to maybe not say, let's not make the same mistake Syracuse did from last series?
Yeah, we haven't talked about that. We've been just focusing on one game, not worrying about trying to win series or trying to win 3 in a row or trying to any of those other things. What can we do today on a Tuesday to get ready to put ourselves mentally and physically in the best position to win one game? And that is to have good habits in practice, be sharp in our video sessions, make sure we're learning and retaining the information we need to be ready for tomorrow. So our whole focus has been on that, learning lessons along the way. Our guys know how hard it is to end somebody's season. We saw that in how we played, but we also saw it in how Syracuse played in the third period in game 5 when we were up. So we have a tremendous amount of respect for Toronto. They won our division for a reason. They're an excellent team. But our focus is on preparing to just win a game.
And then what's allowed Yuri to be so successful? I think he scored in 5 straight, despite sitting out the first couple of games of the postseason. What have you seen from his game that's allowed him to flourish, and how impressed with you with what he's done so far?
Yeah, I think we're all extremely impressed with Yuri. I think that it's just a byproduct of the work he's been putting in all season, especially in the second half of the season. Not that he didn't work in the first half of the season, he did, but his habits, the maturity to his game, competing for the puck, those things started to take off at a high level in the second half of the year, and his offensive numbers went with it, because the better you play defense, the harder you are on the puck, the more you have the puck. Player of his caliber, and you have the puck, good things can happen. So what I think he's done in the playoffs is take what he built in the regular season and keep it going. I think he learned lessons by watching his fellow rookie and good friend Isak struggle in games 1 and 2 with the increased physicality and pace that playoff hockey is. I think he was able to process that while just viewing it. And then be able to hit the ground running in game 3. And again, like Roseanne, credit to him as well, is that he was able to live that experience, not play well, and then play as good as he's played in these last 5 games as well.
Thanks, Coach.
You. Go ahead, Patrick.
Yeah, just one for me, Seth. In the past, you've spoken about you've learned not to overload players with too much information in the playoffs. So you've learned that. But how do you keep your players in the mindset to almost just approach this as just another game, and not kind of put that pressure of like, we have to close out a team,
Yeah, I think it's the consistency of the messaging from our coaching staff. That's been the messaging since we were down 0-2 to Syracuse. And that just continues to be the message of don't look too big. Keep your focus very narrow right now. Keep it very small. And our meetings are short. I'm a believer in short meetings. I think you can have them more often if they're short, not 25, 30-minute meetings. If you have a 10-minute-er, a 11-minute-er, maybe an 8-minute-er, the guys are going to retain that information. They're going to be engaged in that process. So that we've utilized short meetings on a day-to-day basis to keep in the mindset. But I think the consistency of our staff's approach, but also our captain's approach, and the synergy that our leadership core and our coaching staff have kept us kind of on that singular focus of the next game.
Thank you.